What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Truly do appreciate you guys for checking in today. If you haven't already, do me a solid. I know I say this in every video, but it's very important because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. Why? Because it'll let you guys know every time we upload. But as you guys can see, we are inside of the Mustang. Normally I would start the video on the exterior, but given the fact that it's a little windy today, I didn't want to mess up the audio. But unfortunately, we are gonna have to step out so I can show you a couple things that I actually have been meaning to tell you guys, and it regards today's video, obviously. Before I get to the nitty-gritty, I just wanted to say thank you guys for every single one of you that have been supporting the channel, that are new to the channel, that have just subscribed to the channel and have been engaging in the comment section. It means a lot to me because I'm putting effort into these videos. Now, granted, not every video is gonna be spectacular. It's not gonna be a 10 out of 10. Some things I'm gonna need to practice on. But I just wanted to say that and say thank you guys. I truly do appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. But with that being said, let's get into it. Now, I'm not sure how the audio is gonna be also too. I'm not sure how well the quality is gonna be picking it up, but if you guys can see, there's a lot of little issues here with my glass. Now, I'm assuming it's the glass and not the tint, but today we're gonna be removing the tint and adding on some new tint. Now, I do have a question for you guys, and this is something that I've been debating on for quite a while. Should I remove the front tint and just tint from here back? The only reason why I say that is because when I do go to car shows, which is not very common, but when I do go to them, I do like to have my windows down, and sometimes, like today, it's a little windy and dust can get in there, but I actually enjoy and want people to look in my car because obviously I put a lot of hard work and effort in there, so I want to show it off just a little bit. But I'm undecisive. We're gonna go do the tint right now, but the first reason why is because I want to figure out if my glass is the one that's messed up or if it's just the tint. So that's number one. So the second reason I pretty much touched on with the first reason, I want to show off the interior. Now, granted, it's not one of those interiors that I spend thousands and thousands of dollars on, but it is a very simple, clean interior. And in these cars, apparently it's really difficult to find clean interiors because these cars over the years get manhandled and no one takes care of them. And granted, Ford didn't invest the most amount of money into making this interior look luxurious per se. Some of these parts, plastic, you know, the whole leather, not real leather thing, it's a lot of cheap stuff that they used in here. But the fact that I have all that cheap stuff in here and it's kept pretty clean, well maintained, I would say, not to toot my own horn. Maybe the steering wheel may need a little bit of love. We'll get into that later. I'm kind of looking into a steering wheel right now, but I want to show it off. It's pretty clean in here, pretty awesome. Put some hard work back there, and I want people to see it. So removing the front tint is something that I'm really considering. But I also kind of like my privacy when I'm driving, but then again, I drive with my windows down, so I guess the privacy goes right out the window, no pun intended. Now, the main reason why I want to get rid of the tint in the rear, now granted, I don't have tint there, but if you can see, it's actually lifting up from the corners and it's slowly starting to move its way off of the glass, especially right there. Pretty bad right there. Now, I want to say that back there is the main reason why we are going to do everything today. It kind of bothers me. Of course, it doesn't look that bad on the outside, but when I see it, it bothers me. And I'm kind of a little bit of a perfectionist. Not 100%, just a little bit. I kind of like to have things nice. I kind of like to have things symmetrical. And if I'm gonna show it off, I wanna show it off in what I like to say, it's not acceptable, but it's presentable. Because obviously this car is not built on an unlimited budget. Everything about this car is built on a budget because we wanna do the best we can with the least amount of money we can. But at the same time, we wanna show it off in a way where people can look at it and be like, wow, I don't have to spend and empty my bank account just to make the car look like this. Everything can be done at an affordable rate and in a really smart way if you really take your time with it, you find the right parts and you find the right things. But that back there, it bothers me. It bothers me especially when I look through this little guy right here. Now that I pretty much told you guys everything that I wanted to do in here, which is pretty much just the tent, I think it's best for us to get on the road and hit the shop so they can go ahead and do this. right, guys, so we're officially home. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that montage. Obviously, it's a little bit more difficult when you try to get montages and videos when you're in someone else's work environment, and then sometimes too you don't want to ask them like, hey, can I go in your personal space and record the shit out of you? So I did the best that I could with that. But that being said, I got 5% in the rear. Now this here, they let me know that that was the only issues they encountered, but for me, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not the biggest deal breaker, but it is what it is. I got the little windows over here, got the big boy in the back, and in the front. Now, so let me go ahead and say 5%, and in the front here, I got 70%. From my understanding, if it is 70%, if I'm not, mistaken, that is like the legal tint you can get. But in all reality, it's nothing. It's literally like nothing, which is fine because I drive with my windows down anyway. Also too, it's a little windy, so if it picks it up, I apologize for that. But other than that, like, it looks really, really good. I'm happy. The black from the roof decal to the rear now flows nice and beautiful. It's just crazy how dark that is right there. Never seen that dark. It's really weird because I used to put my hand through there. But what I am gonna do though is I am going to get an interior cleaner because obviously these guys are pretty messy in my personal opinion. I don't know if all shops are like this or not. I get it, they're just a tint shop, but you see all those little streaks right here? That's from all the soap and water that they were using. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a quick little wipe down. Other than that, like, it looks good back here. I could finally see out of my rear view window over here, my windshield, my rear windshield, and not have to like squint and try to figure out what is behind me. Now I'll be able to have a clear view. But let me go ahead and clean that really quick because the car is pretty clean and I want to put it back underneath the cover. Perfect. So if there is an event coming up, I can go ahead and just take off the cover and we'll be good. Oh my God, it is chilly. All right, so I just went ahead and put on a sweater because it is freezing and it is windy, but I wanted to show you guys. I already went ahead and cleaned up all the little overspray that was over here. It's all mainly like soap and water and stuff like that. I think that's the only thing I dislike about tint shops is that they're so quick to do their job. Obviously, they do a fantastic job. Don't get me wrong, fantastic job. But it's just that little extra detail that I think makes it go that much further for a shop. But whatever, I digress. I went ahead and cleaned up the interior already, so there's no more little streak marks. And I also did the same thing in the rear because those are little things here and there that I just cleaned up really fast. But overall, guys, car looks good. I'm very excited about it. I do wish I would have got the front windshield tinted, not like a 5% or anything like that, just the UV ray one, because although the car doesn't see the streets that often, when it does sit outside in the sun, I would like it protected, even though I have a sun visor and all that stuff, whatever. But here's something that I wanted to show you guys. I mentioned earlier, so I'm not sure how well you guys can see it, but there's a lot of like what looks like overspray on this side right here. And then when you come over to this side, there's like streak marks. I don't know how well you can see them. I'm not sure how well you can see them right there, but they're streak marks. And it looks like to me, which what I thought was originally the tint, I believe is the windshield. And I think I'm gonna need to potentially upgrade those if I really, really wanna be nitpicky with things. But other than that, I drive with my windows down for the most part, and I'm hoping that the wind isn't beating your guys' ass. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell because they'll let you guys know every time we upload. But with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.